Welcome to British Conspiracy. This is another additional episode, and it's a what if episode. So, I want to talk about disclosure, and I've got a couple of questions.
Okay.
One, so we all know about disclosure. Jim Greer project. He tried to bring as much evidence together as possible about aliens and aliens visiting. That there's these 53 species potentially. That's one of the things.
Well, I think it was 57 species.
57,
and that was according to
so close.
According to Sergeant Clifford Stone, who retired as a sergeant major from the United States military in 1989.
Yeah,
and
he actually said he's spoken
at
to them.
that point they'd identified 57 species of humanoid extraterrestrial entities that they currently catalogued, and that was when he got out in '89.
So yeah, it's probably twice that now.
And he was part of the UFO Disclosure project with Stephen Greer. Yeah.
So, if disclosure is real, really the big what if is what if disclosure happens then tomorrow. But I got a couple of things on that. If disclosure is real, if the evidence is real, aliens are visitors and our governments know, why do you think they're not telling us? Why do you think it's a secret?
Because I did a report in the 60s called by the Brookings Institute that said that if they found any artefacts of alien civilization on the moon or Mars or in our exploration of the solar system, would they release that information to the public? And the Brookings Institute report basically said no, it would cause pandemonium, panic, fear.
Yeah, people go apeshit.
It destroys people's... it destroys most organised religions overnight. So all of the 1-point-something billion Christians, the maybe 2 billion Muslims. There's quite a lot of people that still
it would just destroy their foundations of what they believe.
Yeah, it destroys the foundation of their existence as they see it.
I think a large proportion of people in Britain and Western Europe now would probably deal with it okay, because I think we've been indoctrinated, and this is something that Tom DeLonge talks about, isn't it? That we've been indoctrinated by modern culture, and I think we have been. I think honestly, some people genuinely are almost to the point of like, aliens aren't visiting us, really? Because we're so used to seeing it on TV and think if it happened, I don't think we'd be too phased by it. I mean, it'd still freak us out, but I don't think it would be like...
Yeah, I tend to agree with that. I think that's where you've had a lot of films and television series over the years that have had this as a topic. You know, the
slowly just
so
building
drip
us
feed
up
you
to
the information,
and that to stop us freaking out completely. Because I still think we're still ruled by fear.
Yeah,
and we would still be scared. We would be terrified. But and anybody with children would freak out.
It's like in the film Paul, when he goes, they've been feeding you pictures of me on lunch boxes for the last 50 years, so that if our two species ever do meet, you don't flip out.
Yeah. Which that's
kind of makes a lot of sense.
So exactly. So disclosure's happening because we'd panic, particularly Christians and Muslims and all these other religious-based folks would.
Yeah. So I don't think the government will come out with an official disclosure. They'll just continue to drip feed us information through television and film and media until some event happens that you can no longer deny it. So I'm talking... I mean, you've had events where you'd think that you could almost argue that these... You know, there were... In the 1950s, there were 9 UFOs, or about 9 UFOs, weren't there, that swarmed the White House.
Yes, that's a famous one.
And that wasn't just one night. That was two consecutive weekends where they did it Friday, all weekend, and then all weekend the following weekend, didn't they? So
no, we'll definitely do an episode on that. It was fascinating, the White House buzzing.
And then you had the Battle of Los Angeles back in the 40s, where they fired tens of thousands of rounds upon...
I've got my own thinking on that. I actually don't think that was a UFO, but we'll do an episode on that because it is. I think it's one of the
could be a military vehicle.
I think the fact that it was
vehicle
World War II and all these other things. I think there was an element of hysteria. But anyway, we'll go into that because that's a big... That's an episode on its own.
Yes.
You've got things like Phoenix Lights and all sorts, don't we? There's lots of these incidents where you think that's very, very difficult to explain. Maybe we need that one. Right, if Roswell happened... Say if you imagine that Roswell is true, Roswell happened today, and there was a UFO crashed, and people got to it before. In Roswell, it was a bunch of farmers. They weren't very educated, and they didn't have a mobile phone in their pocket. If Roswell happened today, that would be disclosure.
It'd be disclosure because it'd be all over the internet.
It would be everywhere instantly.
So
I mean, people would be Facebook Live in that shit.
Disclosure will happen because of the advances then in technology, meaning that as soon as it's seen by anybody, it's going to get it's going to get snapped,
which is
it's
why
going to get posted online.
And there's two arguments to say that there's been an explosion of video footage of aliens.
Yes.
There's two reasons for that. Either CGI's got better, which it has. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
And a lot of these things are faked. But also the other thing is, in the last 10, 15 years, all of a sudden everybody's got a video camera in their pocket, which we didn't have before.
No, which makes the chances of you filming one of these occurrences much higher than it has ever been.
I'm going to do a video because I actually didn't see a UFO on my flight home from Greece. I'm not going to say I saw a UFO on my flight home from Greece, but I saw something really fucking weird.
Okay, was it an unidentified flying object?
Yeah.
Well, by definition, then, was it?
I'm going to do. I'm going to do a
unknown
video
aerial
on it.
phenomenon.
Once
UAP
I get my
instead.
once I get my head round it, I'm going to do a video on it. But I don't think I saw aliens. I'm not sure. But I saw something that was a bit weird. But I'm a bit paused about it because obviously I'm doing this series now, and then I see something weird. So it makes me look like a hypocrite, or it makes me look like I'm bullshit. But anyway, I'm gonna have to think about it.
Unfortunately, the term UFO has too many connotations away from its original meaning now, which is why a lot of people are preferring to use unidentified aerial phenomenon. UAP or UAV, unidentified aerial vehicle, as opposed to UFO, just because of those connotations and how hesitant you were to term it a UFO when actually what you saw was an unidentified flying object.
Actually, I won't do another video. We'll discuss it now. Right. So we were flying back from Greece. Because it is connected to this disclosure thing. So I was flying back from Greece, and it was a very, very clear night. Right. So I could see lights, and I'm looking out the window because it was beautiful, and I could see lights going just for miles. Right. And then I could see what I initially thought was a helicopter, and it was below us, really, really low below us, flying over fields. But I remember thinking about it, it doesn't look, because it's only one bright light. And it was moving sort of like that type of thing, and it was kind of almost keeping up with us, but we were over, because obviously we're very high up, and you've obviously got the angles, haven't you? So if you're high up there and you're flying over an object moving, it looks odd depending on how it's moving.
Okay. Yeah.
But it looked like it was keeping up with us, which I thought was weird. I thought that the light was weird because helicopters don't light up like that. They'll have a tail light, and then
I'm assuming at this point you were at 37,500 feet, and
we were coming into land.
Oh, you were coming into land, so
my
you were
ears
descending.
had already started to go, so we were coming down. But we were still pretty high up. I could tell there were street lights, but I couldn't see vehicles or anything. And we were still 15 to 20 minutes from landing. But so my ears had started to go.
On your descent then.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the weird thing was, it seemed that the light then seemed to accelerate and overtake us, and I couldn't see it anymore. And that was the bit when I sort of went, shit, what was I just looking at? Now, the lights thing, helicopters have belly lights, so when you look up at a helicopter, you can see 2 or 3 lights. I'm wondering if looking down on the helicopter, I could only see the tail light. Which maybe is why I could only see 1 light.
Okay.
It was flying sort of in a thing action, but again, I'm over it, and I'm moving. So again, it looks weird. I remember the other time is, when we were flying into Greece, I saw a plane going the other way, and that looked weird. It looked like it was going boom, sort of thing, and it was right on the horizon. But I could see the chemtrail, the chemtrail behind it.
Yeah, the chemtrail.
The chemtrail.
No, definitely.
But it looked like it was rocketing, sort of thing.
Yeah.
And I saw another thing that I swear to God was a drone. It wasn't an aircraft. I swear to God it was a drone, but I don't think a military drone. So you see weird shit in the air. Stuff doesn't look normal. But it was the way. The only thing I can think of is we suddenly decelerated. We were slowing down suddenly, and the helicopter didn't change speed. It just looked like it did to me.
How fast
But-
can helicopters go though? They can do about 100 mile an hour, can't they? And that's
Yeah.
a quick chopper, isn't it? Doing 100 miles an hour.
I mean, they can get up to. I mean, very military fast helicopters can do like two to 300.
2 to 300, but yeah, they're
civilian
very-
helicopters. There's stories about Subaru and Predators outrunning military police helicopters
Yes.
because they can they do. But about 100 miles.
About 100 mile an hour. The police choppers only do about 100, 120 tops. I'm
I
pretty
think
sure
the
120.
world. I'll put a disclaimer across the bottom, but the Lynx world record I think is about 220.
There you go.
So, but
Whereas the
I'll add
Boeing
that.
7.
We were doing about 500 miles an hour.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know what Boeing it was, but you were doing somewhere between 4 and 500 mile an hour.
Yeah, and even if we were slowing, it was the way the light seemed to accelerate and go away from us that made me go, what was I just looking at?
Well, I think you take most of the speed off at the very later point of the landing process. You don't decelerate that much in the air.
No.
You might, I'm sure you come down from 400-500 and you come down probably when you're coming into land, but you're still going to be doing a couple hundred miles an
We'd
hour
have been
when
still
you,
going
when your
much
wheels
quicker than
touch
this
the
thing.
ground.
But you
So
have got to
should
think
still
that
be
we were
going.
higher, and so an object to the floor
you're
and I'm
going
looking down on it.
It shouldn't have been able to
different.
keep pace with you really at any point.
No, I don't know what I was looking at.
No, it just
So
sounds
in that
very
case, it was unidentified. But I'm not used to looking at helicopters from above.
No, nor would I be.
So I might have seen my first alien. But I think with this show as well, I'm looking for it. I'm looking more than
You're
I
looking
was.
more
I've
actively.
always looked up, but now I'm actually looking at things and being a bit more inquisitive. Like, what is that I'm
See,
looking at?
I do that a lot. Just go up when I'm outside in
Yeah.
the garden having a cigarette, then I'll look up and just stare at the skies. And
So this shouldn't be a what if episode of What If Disclosures. What if I've seen an alien? That's what we should be. I might even. What if I've seen an alien?
actually, there you could
don't
do that
know.
one as this one. Yeah, we can do the disclosure one another time if you want.
We'd have to be. We've done disclosure, haven't we?
Yeah.
What would happen if
Or-
disclosure happened tomorrow? One, it'll be Donald Trump tweeting it.
More than
And
likely,
two,
yeah.
about half the population will freak out, and the other half the population will go about bloody time. In all honesty, do you think?
I even think it might be more than 50-50. If you look at if you look at education and religion, you tend to find that in countries, first world countries, where the education system has been good for a number of years, religion tends to be on the decline. Where education's on the incline,
UK,
religion's on the decline.
In the UK, the people that actually go to church has dropped to is less than 20% now, or something, 17%.
Is that? I didn't even think it was that high, but okay,
it's
17.
or that say they go to church regularly anyway. But the people that actually call themselves religious is very, very low now, particularly in our generation and below, and younger than our generation, because lots of stuff in religion doesn't really make sense.
Because they're educated and they're clever and they can see that organised religion was primarily a control mechanism and that it was primarily, and that it was created by man.
Yeah, I mean, that's series 2. Shut up.
In fact, God was an idea of man.
Yeah. Quite probably. Or the Anunnaki, which we've just done. So, or aliens.
No, we created the idea of God to explain the misinterpretation of extraterrestrial visitation.
Yeah.
That would be my way
Yeah,
of
mate, but this is
summing it up.
spoilers for our entire series. This is what we're trying to. This is the narrative we're trying to
Yeah,
get
you
to.
can cut this out.
Ignore him. This is an argument we're going to get to.
Sorry.
Dear. It's like you've flipped to the end of the book, the last page.
Oh, there it is. Done.
Yeah. With series 2 we're going to be talking a lot about religion. But see, I think that's it. Actually, is pretty much straight for disclosure. But what do you think? Do you think we're actually heading towards? Tom DeLonge
No.
argues that.
No, I don't think the government can't come out now. The American is particularly right. It's more the American government that has then forced other governments of the world to toe their line on keeping it all a secret.
Yeah.
If the American government now came out and went, nah, it was real. Roswell did happen. We've lied to you for 70 years. They can't. The government can't come out and do that. What else have they lied about?
The moon landings.
Like everything will be called into question if they come out with full disclosure about aliens.
But also, I think they can only come out if they are actually. If the aliens are coming here, there's no guarantee that those aliens are talking to our government or have anything to do with our government. And if the governments can see them and can track them with aircraft, but have no idea what they are, who they are, what they want, anything, then they cannot release.
No, of course they can't, because they're a security threat that they can't neutralise.
Well, also, it would be just terrifying.
Well, yeah.
What are they going to do? Come out and say, yes, these are aliens, but we don't know what they are. We don't know what they want.
Yeah.
And with that, people, that even whether you believe in God, whatever, that would terrify everybody.
Well, it would, because it'd be the government openly admitting that they can't control it and that you're not safe and can't protect us.
Yeah.
But they can't anyway, and it's a complete myth or fallacy to believe that your government can protect you.
But it's nice that they pretend.
Is it?
That makes me sleep.
I suppose ignorance is bliss for most people.
Well,
so most people like that, but...
Well, you genuinely believe that if somebody tried to break into your house with a knife and to attack you, and you phone the police, that they will come to help you.
They would, but I'd have probably stabbed him first.
The reality is... he's going to take off and shove it up his ass. But the reality is, you've been murdered and your dead body buggered, and he's stolen all your stuff and then he's left, and then the police turn up about 10 minutes later. I'm sorry, but that's the reality. The police aren't getting there before he has killed you and probably had his evil way with you. That is the reality. And the reality of government is they can't really protect us.
They can't really protect. No, of course they can't.
This is a depressing video. We're all fucked.
The illusion of protection. It's much like the illusion of choice that we have in this world. When choice is important, political parties, oil companies, very limited. When choice isn't very important, like what coffee do you want, what flavoured jelly bean do you want, you've got 37 varieties. Yeah. The illusion of choice.
It's always this constant distraction thing, isn't it? And if you will work 5 days a week, and you won't think about it too much because we've got 20 different types of coffee to take. Look at the coffee. Look at the coffee. Look at this consumer crap. Amazon.co.uk. More endorsements. Look how much shit you can buy. Now, don't think about all this other stuff you've got no choice about. I don't know what political party to vote for because they all seem very similar. Don't think about that. Amazon, look at that up there.
That's by design.
Look, there's some. You could have a new city on credit and continue to work 5 days a week. Yeah. No, I agree with you on that. But again, future episodes.
What's what George Carlin goes on about? We can cut it there. But George Carlin goes on about then in America, like you know what I mean, like we don't have intelligent people capable of critical thinking. Look what we've done to this country. We've turned it into one big giant shopping mall.
Yeah. Yeah, but we have though, and we fall for it because we love it. And I'm on Amazon, literally almost every day, going, ooh, they've got a new 10% off, and I think I'm getting a bargain. Yeah, what they do is,
you in, mate.
I saw this at Asda once, right? I saw this at Asda. This is a little bit of a rant, but I was angry about this. They had, say, a Hoover. It was can't remember what it was, but say it was a Hoover, and it says it's on offer, a third off. Right, and I was thinking that's a bargain, but then I looked at the little sticker and it said, in 6 stores for 6 weeks. This was advertised at the full price. Right, this is Asda. Okay, it's Walmart if you're watching this in America.
Yes.
They have hundreds of stores, so what they do is they put it in 6 stores for 6 weeks. Don't sell any probably because it's too expensive, and then put it at the price they actually want to sell it, and call it a sale price.
Yeah.
But it isn't.
Yeah, but they have to jump through the right
legal hoops.
The right legal hoops.
But it's just bullshit. Or the other one wound me up.
It's better than not having to put it in any stores at full price and then just put it in every store at the reduced price.
Which they wouldn't be allowed to do because it's not sale then.
No, but that's what they were doing prior to the new legislation that came in that protects us from them doing that.
Bog-offs was annoyed me.
Yes,
a box of Pringles, 2 for £2.
Yeah.
And I'm like, in Tesco's. And I'm like, get in. That's I love it. I love Pringles. Yum, 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 yum. Goes to Asda, they're £1 for a tube. They cost £1 normally, but they were selling them as a bog off 2 for £2. That's not a sale. That's just like, please buy 2.
Yeah.
Just buy more.
Ah, but they got more people to buy 2 though, didn't they?
Me.
They would have otherwise.
I fucking bought 2.
Yeah, that's why I always don't. Sales, savings, reductions. Just pay no attention to it. Just go out and buy what you need when you need it.
Yeah, but we don't.
As cheap as possible.
Yeah, we don't.
Without relinquishing on the quality of the product too much.
I tell you what, mate. This video beautifully went off topic, and I think it's fantastic. Right, thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time.